Welcome back to BLOCKTV, and this is Blockheads, where we round up the top headlines from around the cryptosphere, and as usual, things are moving. Here are some headlines to catch you up. First up, Coindesk with the headline, "In Wargaming exercise, a digital yuan neuters US sanctions and North Korea buys nukes." Be in crypto with $400 million of illicit XRP transactions discovered by risk management firm. You Today with Ethereum Foundation releases details on official Istanbul hard fork with all manuals and softwares. Bitcoinist reporting that French gendarmerie get into Tezos. And lastly, Trustnodes reporting on South African bank closes crypto accounts while a $500 Bitcoin premium develops. Coindesk reporting that an all-star cast of former high-ranking U.S. officials participated in a wargaming exercise conducted Tuesday night. The Simulated Principles Committee meeting, or PC meeting, was held by the Harvard Kennedy School and Belfer Center for Science and International Affairs in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The participants played the roles of National Security Council members who convened in 2021 to discuss the potential threat to the U.S. after China rolls out its proposed CBDC. Take a look.
Our scenario takes place 2 years from today, on November 19th, 2021. We have simulated a world in which one big thing has changed. In March 2020, the People's Bank of China launched a sovereign digital currency known as the digital yuan. China is the only major economy with such a currency in circulation, although several nations, including the UK, Canada, and Israel, are actively considering similar projects. The launch of this digital currency is part of China's Digital Silk Road strategy to build its global political and economic influence. From investments in tech giants like Huawei to the creation of smart cities along the Belt and Road, this new digital currency is the natural next step. These policies demonstrate an integrated and, crucially, forward-looking Chinese economic diplomacy strategy, while the US and its allies continue to rely on traditional diplomacy tools.
The imaginary meeting takes place a few days after North Korea has conducted a major missile test using materials purchased with this digital yuan, or maybe not so. Air quotey. During the discussion, it was said that the U.S.'s dominant role in the global financial system enables it to cut off adversaries, but it is also dependent on cooperation with other nations. In addition, throughout the discussion, American reliance on the SWIFT system as part of its sanction regime was repeatedly brought up. Be in Crypto reported that Elliptic, a firm specializing in risk management for crypto assets, has discovered $400 million in illicit XRP transactions, which represents 0.2% of all transactions on the network in total. Elliptic announced that it has added XRP to its monitoring suite and found hundreds of XRP accounts linked to these scams and illegal activity. These funds have been linked to credit card scams, thefts, along with other shady activity. It should be noted that this is the first time a comprehensive screening for such criminal activities has been conducted for XRP. The report claims that although this seems damning, that it should be noted how the sum linked to criminality is just a tiny portion of all XRP transactions. Through the use of data linking and money laundering patterns, Elliptic plans to publish its full platform for monitoring XRP transactions in the first week of December. You Today reported that the Ethereum Foundation has released the official hard fork announcement coming up in Istanbul, detailing instructions for all interested parties. Hudson Jameson, community leader of the Ethereum Foundation, has officially confirmed that the Istanbul hard fork will be released on Saturday, December 7th, 2019. Ethereum node operators are meant to upgrade their nodes before Sunday, December 1st, to account for the variable block times. Users can trace the upgrades progress online via Ethernode's tools, giving real-time status of preparations made by the developers, exchanges, miners, and nodes. Once the upgrade is implemented, any individual using an Ethereum client that is not up to date will see the node client sync back to the pre-fork blockchain. Furthermore, this blockchain will be incompatible with the new Ethereum and will be unable to send Ether or operate on the post-upgraded Ethereum network. The Istanbul hard fork is the last of Ethereum 1.0, as this will open a direct road to Serenity, the next status of settlement in the Ethereum network. Coindesk reported that since September 2019, the French Grand Marie's cybercrime division, known as C3N, has been validating and recording judicial expenses on the Tezos blockchain. This is one of the first examples of a government entity using a smart contract for operational purposes. The program allows C3N to acquire cryptocurrency using funds allocated by Europol to cover operational costs. This reduces overhead, maintains privacy, and greatly simplifies the bureaucratic process. This is essential as it allows the division to justify an expense without revealing operational activities and potentially jeopardizing ongoing investigations. Nomadic Labs, the Paris-based company that's the main research and development center for the Tezos platform, claims that this is the first ever smart contract developed by a public authority and used for operational purposes. Trust Nodes reported that FirstRand, one of South Africa's biggest banks with $93 billion in assets, is to close the bank account of major crypto exchanges in the country, including Luno, ICE3X, Valor, and Altcoin Trader. The bank announced its decision in a letter sent to exchanges seen by local media that states, quote, FirstRand Bank has been considering its risk appetite in respect of virtual currencies and virtual currency exchanges for some time. Within this context, the bank has taken the decision to discontinue the provision of banking services to virtual currency exchanges and/or entities dealing or trading in virtual currency. Future regulatory clarity may cause us to revise our decision. FirstRand itself has not given any specific reason, stating only again that they will revisit the decision if regulatory clarity is reached. All of the exchanges mentioned above state they have banking relations with other providers, so this decision does not seem to have made much of a change for them or an impact as of now. That was Blockheads. Keep on watching for more cryptocurrency and blockchain related news.
For more news and updates, follow us on Twitter.